Hey there folks, today I'd like to take a casual peek into the Justice Society of America Starman action figure by DC Direct. I believe this figure set originally came out in 2009, but I did not get this figure set until the end of 2010 when I found this set at a DD's discounts for only $4.99. Now, I normally don't collect DC Direct figures. I tend to gravitate toward the DC Universe Classics line. Now, there have already been two other versions of the Starman figure released through the DC Universe Classics line. And I kind of doubt that they'll ever release this version of Starman anytime soon, or if at all. And I figure that this is the best chance of getting this version of Starman into my JSA collection of DC Universe Classics figure. Taking a look at the figure here in the package, you can see that this particular Starman has a very unique design. It's a very interesting design. Just in the aesthetic and also the way this is sculpted. And we'll get into that in a little bit more detail when we get this guy out of the package. And this figure also comes with an alternate head there. Taking a look at the back of the package here, you can see the other figures from this first series of Justice Society of America. And we have the Jay Garrick Flash, we have the Alan Scott Green Lantern, we have the Thom Kalar Starman, and we have the Sanderson Hawkins Sandman here. And down below, you can see descriptions of each of these characters. This half here has the Flash and the Sandman. And this half has, of course, Green Lantern and Starman on there. Let's go ahead and take this guy out of the package, and we'll be right back. Okay, we have Starman out of the package, and the first thing we'll take a look at are the accessories. First up, we have here the alternate head of Thom Kalar. Who otherwise known as Starboy from the Legion of Superheroes. I believe before he became a member of the Justice Society of America. On there. And it's a pretty detailed head there. It's got nicely sculpted on the hair, the ears there. It's very, very well sculpted on there. Nicely detailed. I like the head on here. It's very nice on there. And next thing we'll take a look at here is the display base, which I did not know was included until I got this out of the package on there. It's hidden well with the figure in front on there. And it's got a stony granite-like texture on the base. It's kind of neat. It's got a single peg for you to place the foot of the figure on, and it's only got one hole on the figure, so you really can only place it in one pose here, unless you have it here, which is kind of off on there. So but it's still kind of neat on there. It's got these metal things on the side all the way around, and at 4 points of the base on there. And pretty standard here on the copyright information on the bottom there. Onto the Starman figure itself. It's actually quite neat. I don't know if you can really pick it up on here, but there are multiple layers of glitter to represent stars, which is basically a map of the universe or multiverse. I'm not sure. I think it's I'm not sure. Anyways, either the universe or the multiverse on there. And I believe it was designed by Brainiac 5 on there. But it's interesting how they have this applied onto the figure. It's basically glitter, but it's got depth to the stars in the suit, in that there's glitter on the surface, and the surface of the figure, at least for the torso, is translucent. So there's glitter on the other side of that plastic. So you have two layers essentially, but beneath that is another layer of plastic with glitter on there. So you essentially have 3 layers of stars to add depth. It doesn't pick up well on the video, but if you see this figure in person, it is really, really neat. And it really has multiple layers on there to give that 3-dimensional look of the universe or multiverse that is his suit. It's really, really well applied, and it looks like it's applied on the legs and the arms as well. So there are 2 layers of plastic. At least the outer layer is a translucent plastic, gray plastic. And like I said, glitter on both sides of that plastic, and then you have another layer of plastic with glitter on there. It's very, very cool if you see this in person on there. And it's a very nice design on there. It's a simple design beyond the map of the universe or multiverse on there. And for the alternate head, it's real easy to come off. It just comes off at the base. And you just stick it on there, and you have Thom Calor's head there. And I think the head, at least this alternate head, is just a little bit bigger than in proportion to the rest of the body, or it may be because of the suit that may be throwing my perception off, but it just looks a little bit bigger to me than the rest of the figure on there. And I actually prefer just to have the star map head on there. That's the way I actually remember it from the JSA comics that I have on there. It's kind of neat. You can see his eyes there, and you can see the sculpt of the nose. And you don't really see a mouth on there, but I'm trying to see. Yeah, there's 3 layers of stars on the head as well. It's very, very neat. It's very, very cool. I really like this figure. Going over the articulation, that's one of the weaker points of this figure, is the articulation. And I think it's just in DC Direct in general, compared to DC Universe Classics, it's less articulated. And continuing with the articulation, the head is on a swivel, so it basically just goes all the way around. It does not go up or down at all. The arms do go all the way around. They do go out about that far and in. No bicep swivel. There's a single joint at the elbow, so it bends. And there is a rotation at the top of the glove there that goes all the way around. No wrist articulation. There's no torso or waist articulation on this figure. The legs are joined on the hip on a swivel joint, so it basically goes up, down, and back quite a ways, but does not go out. No thigh articulation. There's a single joint at the knee. There's a swivel rotation at the top of the boot, and there's no ankle or foot articulation. So very basic articulation for this figure, but very, very cool design on this guy. And I'm very happy to have this guy in my JSA lineup of my figures. I don't have a DC Universe Classics figure to compare the size, but I think this is a little bit taller, but not that much, so I think it still fits well with my DC Universe Classics line of JSA figures. I highly recommend it if you're a JSA fan, especially if you're a DC Universe Classics fan, because like I said, I don't think they'll be releasing this version of Starman anytime soon, or if at all. and I think that this would fit well with your DC Universe Classics JSA lineup. So recommend if you can find it. Take a look at some of the outlet stores. They may carry this figure now. But this is my casual peek into the Justice Society of America Starman action figure by DC Direct. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.